Adam Richard Sandler is a favorite comedian of streaming giant Netflix, according to movie reviewers, because television projects with the actor sell better than widescreen ones, as well as millions of viewers who prefer to spend their weekends watching light, entertaining content. That makes it all the more interesting to see the audience favorite in serious, thought-provoking films. Childhood and youth. The future performer was born in Brooklyn on September 9, 1966 in a Jewish family. Mother Judy Levine worked as a teacher. Father Stanley Sandler, an electrical engineer. From a young age, the boy showed an extraordinary sense of humor. First he made his parents laugh, then his classmates in Manchester, where the family moved. The guy joked, as they say, as he breathed, but at first did not even dream of a career as a professional comedian. Perhaps he would have continued to bestow humor only a narrow circle of family and friends, if not for his brother. It was he who recorded Adam Party Comedy Sketch Contest, after the speech in which all became aware that before them a talented artist. Adam Sandler has developed his talent at New York University, where he regularly spoke at the club stage in front of universities and professors. The university years was the debut of the student on the screen. He starred in the comedy film Going Overboard. The picture was not a success, but the creative biography of the Luminer got a start. Movies. After graduating from high school in 1991, the graduate began actively starring in films. The films Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore were quite successful. The last of these films was loved by critics and moviegoers, earning at the worldwide box office $41 million. MTV Movie Award nominated the actor in the category of Best Comedic Performance. Then came the premiere of Bulletproof, where the Brooklyn native shared the stage with Damon Wayans. The action film grossed $6 million in its first weekend, taking the top spot in that category. Nevertheless, with a budget of $25 million, the project was a loss at the global box office, earning a total of $22 million. Next came the screens the film Big Daddy. The script for the comedy was written by a Brooklyn native and also portrayed the main character. Notably, the waitress at the bar was played by the future wife of the performer. From this began a tradition to involve her in occasional roles in almost every project, where he plays himself. In addition, the film earned $235 million. A short time later followed by Work, where Sandler appeared in his unfamiliar role. A melodrama Punch Drunk Love by Paul Thomas Anderson was warmly received by critics. Thus, at the Cannes Film Festival, the director took the prize for directing, and the Golden Globe noted the comedian in the category Best Actor. It is known that the plot of Tape borrowed from the magazine Time. The material was about a civil engineer, David Phillips, bought for $3,012 Pudding's Healthy Choice with special coupons. Thus the man was entitled to free flights of more than 1 million miles. In 2002, the comedian starred in the film Mr. Deeds with Winona Ryder, a remake of the film project director Frank Capra's Mr. Deeds Goes to Town in 1936. The work received a mixed reception and was nominated for the Golden Raspberry in the categories of Worst Actor, Worst Actress, and Worst Remake or Sequel. At the box office, the comedy earned $171 million. Later, viewers saw the idol in the film Anger Management with Jack Nicholson. The comedy was the last project in the filmography of singer and actress Lynn Thigpen, in which the celebrity reincarnated as Judge Brenda Daniels. Adam then appeared in the rom-com 50 First Dates alongside Drew Barrymore. The creators drew inspiration from Harold Ramey's iconic work Groundhog Day during filming. The comic won the Kids' Choice Awards for Favorite Movie Actor. In the comedy roles, the actor appeared in the film The Longest Yard, which was a remake of the 1974 film from the script Tracy Keenan Wynn. Peter Segal's brainchild won the BET Comedy Awards and the BMI Film and TV Awards. After the performer participated in the drama Reign Over Me. The plot of the picture tells about the tragedy of September 11, 2001. On that day, director Mike Binder was in New York and saw with his own eyes what was happening in the city after the attack. A pleasant surprise for fans of the artist was the fantasy project Bedtime Stories. Here, the master worked on the set together with Kerry Russell and English comedian Russell Brand. It is noteworthy that this is the first family film in the professional career of the public favorite, which received a PG rating. A new wave of success was brought to the performer by Funny People. It is a tragicomedy about a stand-up comedian who discovers he is terminally ill. For the sake of this role, Adam refused to star in Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. In 2010, the comedy Grown Ups came out, the script written by Sandler. The actor also portrayed the main character on the screen. It is known that the filmmaker was going to release the project in the mid-1990s with Chris Farley. However, the death of the comedian in 1997 for many years suspended the production plans. One of the sensational tapes during this period was Just Go With It, in which Adam starred alongside Jennifer Aniston. The melodrama received mostly negative reviews from critics and audiences, and was shortlisted 3 times for the Golden Raspberry Anti-Prize. Despite this, Dennis Dugan's brainchild earned $215 million at the worldwide box office. The virtuoso went on to play 2 characters simultaneously in Jack and Jill, Jack Murray and his sister Jill Bristow. At the 32nd Golden Raspberry Awards, the comedy broke the record, winning prizes in all existing categories, including Worst Film and Worst Actor. As time passed, the audience favorite participated in the voicing of the animated film Hotel Transylvania. The actor lent his voice to Dracula. The animated film entered the top 20 box office projects in 2012, bringing in $358 million at the box office. The following year, Sandler starred in the sequel to the 2010 comedy Grown Ups 2. Ratings were worse than the original part. The sequel received 10 nominations for the Golden Raspberry Award. In the family comedy picture, blended actor reincarnated as a single father on a date, blindly met a divorced mother, played by Drew Barrymore. Mass audiences and critics greeted the work coldly, but the creators took away $128 million from theaters, which was 3 times the budget, not including marketing costs. And next, the audience favorite appeared in the fantasy drama The Cobbler. It is noteworthy that Sandler in Hebrew means shoemaker. The project did not meet the expectations of the public and grossed only $6 million at the box office. After a while, the comedian was entrusted with the central character of Sam Brenner, a friend of the President of the United States, in the sci-fi movie Pixels. The main antagonists, aliens who adopted the strategy of the villains from the 180 pixel games to take over Earth. Individual critics called the project a superior, compared to other summer blockbusters, space punk opera. In parallel, the performer again voiced Dracula in the sequel to the cartoon Hotel Transylvania 2. In commercial terms, the sequel overtook the original on a budget of $80 million. Fantasy grossed $475 million. Soon a parody western, The Ridiculous Six, was released on Netflix, the title an allusion to the action film The Magnificent Seven. Despite an overwhelming number of negative reviews, on January 6, 2016, it was announced that the film had been viewed more times in a month than any other project in the streaming service's history at the time. Then came the premiere of The Do-Over, starring the comedian as FBI agent Max Kessler. Notably, there was an accountant named Max Kessler who lived in New York City, who looked like a comedian who was dating his assistant. The man was eventually sent an invitation to the premiere, where he met the idol of moviegoers. Then the idol of the audience appeared in the film Sandy Wexler. Notably, the film is based on events in the life of Sandy Wernick, Adam's manager. The work took the California On Location Awards in the category Location Team of the Year. In May 2017, the tragicomedy The Meyerowitz Stories was presented at the Cannes Film Festival, which received a nomination for the Palme d'Or. The drama is about the reunion of a disunited family. It is the first collaborative project between Ben Stiller and Adam Sandler in more than 20 years. The filmmaker brought in Steve Buscemi and Chris Rock for the comedy The Week Of, which he not only produced but also had a hand in the script. The title of the project implies the length of time left until the solemn marriage. Interestingly, the last name of the performer's character Lustig means funny or comic in several languages. A year later, the filmography of the public favorite was enriched by the third part of the story about Count Dracula, the owner of a hotel for all sorts of mysterious creatures. The animated film Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation with a budget of $80 million was released in June, and in the first weekend it collected half of this amount in cinemas. In total, the trilogy brought the creators more than $1 billion. After The Viewer Idol teamed up again with Jennifer Aniston to star in Murder Mystery. According to data released by Netflix in October 2019, The Comedy Detective became the second most watched movie and series on the platform. With a result of 73 million views, the film was behind the thriller Bird Box, but ahead of the mystery TV series Stranger Things. The crime drama Uncut Gems is based on the biography of the father of authors Josh and Benny Safdie. Many professional reviewers agree that Howard Ratner is the best embodied image of the artist's career. The thriller was noted by the U.S. National Board of Film Critics as one of the top 10 projects of 2019. It also became A24's highest-grossing film at the time, earning $50 million. Audiences subsequently saw The Idol in the comedy horror film Hubie Halloween. The picture was greeted by fans of the genre without enthusiasm, but critics noted the work with nominations from the Bruin Film Society Awards and the Razzie Awards. Personal life. About the personal life of Adam Sandler in the press does not leak anything scandalous or racy. Today, the public favorite is considered a model family man. With his future wife, Jackie Tito, an artist met during the filming of the tape Big Daddy. The novel lasted for 7 years, ended in a marriage registration only after the adoption of Judaism Beloved. The wedding took place in 2003 on the ocean coast. The performer was dressed in traditional Jewish clothing. A remarkable event at the celebration was the fact that the wedding rings were brought to the young couple by Adam's favorite tiger bulldog, Midball. The guests were best friends of the movie Idol, with whom he repeatedly starred: Rodney Dangerfield, Jennifer Aniston, Rob Schneider, Dustin Hoffman, and Sharon Osbourne. The spouses are raising 2 children. In May 2006, there was a daughter, Sadie Madison. 2 years later, another heiress was born, Sunny Madeline. In October 2022, the comedian bought a mansion in the elite residential area of Los Angeles Pacific Palisades. The artist paid $4 million for the property, Dirt reported. The building was built in 1947. Over time, it was renovated and completely remodeled the bathroom and kitchen. It is known that the comedian is very fond of animals. After the death of the bulldog Midball, he got a puppy of the same breed, calling it Matt's Ball. Judging by the photos posted on the actor's Instagram account, the dog often travels with the owner on tour. Appearance and style. Among his fans, the favorite is famous for his unconventional and sometimes funny approach to the choice of everyday clothing. So, at the end of 2021, according to a report by Google, he was named Style Star of the Year. It is a research which determines the most popular search queries in different categories. The Brooklyn native was ranked 1 in the celebrity outfits section. Adam Sandler now. Now Sandler is adding new film work to his filmography. On June 8, 2022, the drama about basketball hustle premiered, in which the actor not only got the main role, but also the duties of the producer. The Brooklyn native received a nomination for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical from the Satellite Awards for his performance. And the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts awarded the audience favorite the Mark Twain Award. The award recognizes individuals for achievements in humor that, in the opinion of the jury, have influenced audiences comparable to the great American satirist of the past. A Variety reported that the bronze bust of the writer was to be presented on March 19, 2023.